Joining us now, Iowa Senator Joni Ernst. Senator, it is fantastic to see you. Is the ordinary Democrat, the moderate Democrat, as we have all known them, extinct? And are we just stuck with, say, the Bernie Sanders of this world and their funhouse of horrors?
Well, thank you, Dagan and Marcus. And I truly hope that we are not stuck with the AOCs and the Bernie Sanders of the world. It took 8 brave Democrats in the United States Senate to come together with Republicans and end the Schumer shutdown. And we are very grateful for that. We saw so many American families harmed through this and at an extreme economic cost to the United States of America. We had 750,000 non-essential government employees that have been laid off that will now get back pay, which means no productivity at a cost of over $12 billion. So you showed the numbers, you see the numbers now. This is what it cost Americans because of Chuck Schumer. And I tell you what, the deal that was accepted is the deal that was laid out on the table weeks and weeks ago. So the Democrats gained nothing. They are in disarray, but thank heavens, federal government is open again.
Yeah, Senator, you heard from a number of Democrats today, obviously frustrated with their leadership. What can we expect to see over the next couple of days or weeks in terms of looking for a new leader for their party?
Well, I do think that they will be looking for a new leader. That's very unfortunate for Chuck Schumer. But again, he caused a lot of pain to the American people. Now, if they go ahead and try to find someone that is more radical than Chuck Schumer, heavens to Betsy, we'll go through this all over again at the end of January when this continuing resolution runs out. But what I am hopeful for is that those moderate Democrats will come together with the Republican Party and find a way forward to really ease the burden of Obamacare on those people that truly do need affordable health care. Obamacare is not sustainable. It is wrought with fraud. It is abusive to the healthcare system. We need more transparency. We need no funding for illegal immigrants. We need to do the right thing. And I do think we can have those negotiations that will pave a path forward to really righting the wrongs of Obamacare, finding sustainable healthcare options for those Americans that need it, and funding our federal government through the end of this fiscal year.
Senator, this was never about the people, and it was never about the cost of Obamacare. It was about trying to smear President Trump. And Larry Kudlow was quoting from this Barton Swaim piece that's in the Wall Street Journal about how Schumer did it. And it just goes to the party base. And it is the cash flush foundations like the ACLU, the unions, the activist groups, Planned Parenthood, abortion rights, the American Federation of Teachers, the Southern Poverty Law Center. You know, their sole goal is to essentially smear and label Nazis legitimate organizations. But it was never about anything but President Trump.
Yes, and I think you are really on to something here. We saw that incredible election of a communist in New York City, and you see the fringes that are taking over in some of these more metropolitan areas. But what I will say is that here at home in Iowa, and probably in most states across the United States, it's not about all these fringes, these radical fringes. No. We saw this with those 8 Democrats that joined the Republicans to say enough is enough. Stop with the radical nonsense. Yeah. Let's focus on the American people. During the Schumer shutdown, so many American families were harmed. Our federal workers were harmed. Pay was being withheld from those TSA agents, from our air traffic controllers, from our military. And for what? For radical demands coming from the far left of the Democratic base. Yeah. This has got to end. It should end now.
Senator, before we let you go, this is a pretty defining moment for the Democratic Party. If they do decide to pick a new leader, they're going to have to really make a decision who the face of the party is going to be. Is it going to be someone like a Fetterman, or is it going to be somebody like an AOC or somebody in between? What could you tell us quickly about what rumors you may be hearing in the hallways?
Well, it'll be interesting. And what I will say is the Democrats that I have spoken to, especially before we arrived at the solution to end the shutdown, was that they were being very, very tight-lipped. Now, you will have those that will push to see a more radical point of view coming out of the Democratic Party. But again, that does not work across all of the states here in the United States.
Right.
Even in some of those more blue states, they don't want someone more radical than Chuck Schumer.
Well, President Trump named it the swamp. It's really the left-wing lagoon of sewage. Senator Joni Ernst, great to see you.
Thanks so much.